Choco, how are you, Koopa? Yo, we are gonna do some fucking Chocobo Hot and Cold, and it is my favorite game. I don't know how good everyone is at this game. I don't know if it's common for people to be like really like super into this game as I am, but like I feel like I'm pretty good at this game, but I also just love the fuck out of it. Like it's just so fun. And I don't know if people are at the same combination of love and are pretty good at. Like I don't know if people find it to be challenging. I don't tend to find it that hard, but I find it extremely entertaining. I've always gotten all the items pretty quick, but I don't know with like a level 1 chocobo if we're gonna get 8 items. Like that seems like a lot to ask, but we'll probably at least level up. Um, Obviously your chocobo gets so much better when you get the beak upgrades and such, and we fucked up because yep, there it is. So like for me, whenever I'm playing Chocobo Hot and Cold, I kind of divide the map into like quadrants, like sectors. That's probably what everybody does. Oh shit, I don't think I'm gonna get it. I'm pressing square as rapidly as I can. Oh, it's our first Chocograph and I missed it. That's okay, next time. We almost had our first Chocograph there, but we'll try again. I think that we got it this time. We just need that stronger beak, you know? This time we're going into it with a level 3 beak. You know what that means? You know what they say about level 3 beaks. I don't know. I don't know what they say about level 3 beaks. You let me know what they say. Stoned with patterns. I'm stoned with patterns. Get 2 birds stoned at once with patterns. Okay, here we go. I seriously love watching people play video games. I remember there was this one time my friends all went out to this party in Burlington, Vermont. And instead of going to the party, a friend of mine was just playing Resident Evil 4 all night and just decided they were going to beat Resident Evil 4 in one sitting. There was no GameCube memory card, so they had to do it in one sitting. And they were like, yo, I'm going to beat Resident Evil in one sitting. I was like, yo, fuck this party. I'll just watch you play Resident Evil. And I did. I watched them play Resident Evil for like the next 12 hours. And I had beaten the game before. I don't know if it was their first time playing it. I think they had beaten it before too. But I was just like kind of giving them tips and stuff and telling them to shoot things in the head.
So I play this game, and for like 4 million years, I'm stuck in this town called Hollow Bastion. I didn't see so much as a Sebastian the Crab for like 100 millennia. You're playing Resident Evil 4, and it's like, bitch, zombies coming up the hill right now. Shoot him in the head. Shoot him. Grab the shotgun. You don't need to load it. We did that shit for you. What are you pressing select for? You don't have time to make a profile. Bitch, zombie's in the room. His axe is on fire. He killed your parents. Shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the head. Bitch, this ain't a cutscene. Press A. Press A. You don't have time to smoke a bowl. You're still playing.
It's so good after you get the beak leveled up. So what I'll do actually after I get this item is I'll turn on the fast forward, and then of course I've totally royally fucked it up, and we probably could have gotten 8 items this run, but I just spent the last like 20 seconds running around in a circle for no reason, unfortunately. Sometimes you just keep getting that 3H quest, but you just can't find the item, and that's what's happening right now. Look at this. We're like in the vicinity, but we're not getting the item. Look at that, all that for a fucking soft. We want 500 gold, that's what we want, so that we can keep playing this game. Or maybe like an elixir, that'd be pretty cool. A chocograph is obviously what you're really looking for. What a good mini game. Yo, we're gonna be getting some really high scores once we can get to 8 items. It's really hard with the level 1 beak. But like we said, once we level up our beak, but you all know that. I don't know how beak level ups work, I'm sure. We've all been there. We all had a level 1 beak at one point. Yo, this item is really eluding me. One of my blind spots. When items are over here, I tend to find them less bad, because I kind of go around in a pattern. It's really good to stick to a pattern, I think. I'm not talking about gender very much, but when you're playing Chocobo Hot and Cold, just worry about chocographs and gyashal peppers. Yo, we got 200 gold, and we got 200 gold. I asked for 500, so we almost got what I asked for. Sex-based terms. Thick chocograph. We're gonna allow that. Yo, that's a freaking chocograph, I bet. That's a chocograph right there. And yo, we're right next to another item. Are we gonna get the 5-second bonus? Probably not. Yeah, we didn't, but that's okay. That was really good. We got 2 items in a very short period. There's our 3rd item. Was that 5 seconds? It was. There's the level 6 Choco there. Let's risk it and go back down. Yo, this is going pretty well though. Ah, shoot, it's up in the top left, I think. I was right. I love this game so much. So we have 30 seconds left. If we go really quick, it should be possible for us to get 8. I don't know if we will though. Probably not. I don't have super high confidence until you have like the blue Chocobo, to be honest. It's pretty hard to get all 8 with the yellow Chocobo in my opinion. But it's not impossible. I've done it many times, but just like with a higher level Chocobo beak. Once you— oh shoot, this one's at 60. This might be like a Chocobo piece or something. I don't know. No, it's an elixir. Of course it is. Okay. I'm waiting for that 8. I was calling it earlier. I said I was doing the Honorable Nobles of Treno sword fight earlier, where you get 100 out of 100 nobles impressed by doing the sword fight with blank. And I was like, yo, I can get 100 out of 100 guaranteed in 5 runs. I was like certain that we could do it. And I feel certain that we can get 8 here. That we can get 8 items found. But it's going to take a good run. It's not going to happen on just any other run. And I think I'm pretty good at Chocobo Hot Cold. I'm better than someone who's never played it. Yo, you can get Chocograph pieces, because I just got one. That's cool, as they say. I wonder if that's our last Chocograph we can find here. Yo, we're farming a Robe of Lords, though. That's what's happening. I actually do often farm Robes of Lord from this game. When I make the edited VOD of this, I'm obviously not going to include every second of these vids. I'm just going to include the high points. They're going to tell us that we can't get any more Chocographs when we can't find any more Chocographs here, which is going to be a sad day for sure. But then we can go get the Chocographs, because there won't be any more to get. This is what I've been waiting for, though. All week, I've just been like, yo, let's get some Chocobo Hot and Cold. It's not going great so far, like in terms of the fact that I'm used to getting all 8 items like immediately, but this is what happens when you first start. You know, you can't expect to get all the items immediately. That was a pretty good one. Maybe, maybe, maybe. There you go. Find another within 5 seconds down here, perhaps? No? Accuser of the fucking brethren. It's one of my favorite ones that I hear. Yo, I'm doing a really bad job in Chocobo Hot and Cold compared to my normal, oh my gosh, I was gonna get it too. That looked like a big one. It looked like it was like 50 underground. I feel like it's gonna be down here. Yep, there it is. Cool. That's good. Here, over here. It's over here, somewhere. Down here. Yeah, not until I get one more here. Yo, this is a good one. That's a good start right there. That's a good start. When I first started doing Twitch, I was super worried, just since I'm openly transgender and I'm like talking about being trans. I was really worried about getting haters in chat. I was really worried about trolls. Honestly, like everybody who's coming to my chat has just been like so cool and so nice. And so thank you for just like enjoying the vibes, for being so like welcoming to me as a new streamer. And for just enjoying the new space, because, you know, I think it's a niche little thing. I think I've set up some nice vibes here, and typically I'm going for, like, Bob Ross type vibes, but, like, a femme, like, queer Bob Ross, kind of. Femme queer Bob Ross, which, I think is a good combo, frankly. It's really nice. Because again, I just had like such a pessimistic view of the internet. I have kind of a pessimistic view of everything, if I'm being honest. Chocobo's beak became stronger. That's what we want to see. It's gonna get a lot easier once this beak gets stronger. Yeah, seriously wish that I could just stream forever. It's so much fun. And anybody who's new in the chat, if you are enjoying the content, if you like hearing me talk about the trans experience, or my take on Final Fantasy VII, or just even playing Chocobo Hot and Cold, or if you've seen my other content and you like it when I 3D model, please drop me a follow. It matters a lot because it lets me know that you're enjoying what I'm doing. We still got more. We'll keep going until we get the last chocograph. Once we get all the chocographs, we'll take a break and go get all the chocographs, and then maybe play a little more just for fun. But I might progress the story tonight too, just a little bit. It's so satisfying when they cut you off early. It's so good. Yo, it's where it always is when I look elsewhere on the map. That's like my blind spot. Because in this game you kind of have to prioritize certain areas, and it's all by chance. That was pretty good. Oh, that was really, really good, and it might be within 5 seconds. That was pretty good. There's a part of my body that's like, okay, you've probably been playing Chocobo Hot Cold enough for stream. There's only so long you can play this game for people. Even though I love it, I really do, like, I could play it forever, but I feel like to watch it wouldn't be bearable for that long. But I do need to get all the chocographs, so we do have to do it for what it's worth in that regard. Of course. I've actually, like, I feel like I've had some of the most success streaming when I'm, like, up late at night because there's just less streamers. And my stream is pretty inviting looking, I think. It's, like, very colorful, so I kind of like doing it at night because, not only do I like, I'm just kind of a night person to begin with, but, I feel like I have a better chance of, like, picking up random followers at odd hours. Just fewer streamers. Plus, like, I feel like people's expectations might be a little lower at night. I keep expecting them to say that there's no more chocographs to find, but then I'm like pleasantly surprised every time they don't, because it means that I can play slightly longer and be justified. Might as well just be called Chocobo Hot and Cold instead of Final Fantasy 9, because it's all I want to play. Good thing that such a crucial minigame is also like the most fun one. Hopefully we don't see nuclear war. That's my hope. But if we do, then we won't see much else after, so that's kind of good at least, because there won't be much to see. What a dark subject. I don't mean to be dark. I mean to be actually like specifically uplifting on this stream. But sometimes to get uplifted, you need to fall into a pit. Okay. Chocobo, hot and or cold. Let's do it. Should be hot and cold. Hot or cold? Qua. One more choco. Yeah, we're gonna give up on this soon, even if I love it. But I would like to get all the chocographs, and then we'll find the items, and then we'll progress the game. Because there's no point in like really being a perfectionist about Chocobo Hot and Cold until you actually get the light blue chocobo. Because until then, you can't even like do anything special with your chocobo anyway. The blue chocobos. Super Poseidon energy. Yo, that's a start that you can get on board with right there. This can't be entertaining anymore. I shouldn't shit on my stream. Listen, I don't have a beak, but if I did, it'd be level 69. Or 420. Choco's dealing with like a level 20 beak or something. You show me that chocograph and I'll show you a leveled up beak. Choco's beak is level 16. Oh, I can't even find Chocobo. But here's what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out into the field and we're going to save, and then I'm gonna take a break. This is Chopin we're listening to, by the way. This is my recording of one of Chopin's nocturnes. I think it's really beautiful. Chopin's so good. The Transphobia Notes app document. Yes. And racism, not just transphobia. Just sort of hatred. Okay, so when I would carry that sign, this is not made up, these are just like the real things that would happen to me. I recorded everything. One side says trans rights, one side says Black Lives Matter, and I would go running with this, and I would just sort of carry it in the air above my head. So it's like very apparent, it's very easy to read. And over my time running, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. I got 5 scowls. I'll even write it in chat as I say it out loud, just so that like you can read it easily. I got 5 scowls. I got 6 birds flipped. I got 1 fuck them. 1 fuck them. There was 1 fuck them. There were 2 fuck yous. There might want to be an apostrophe on there, but I got 1 angry gibberish. And then, so that those are the bad ones. That's all I got. It wasn't that bad. That's actually not too bad, because wait till you see the positive numbers, okay? But the next one was neutral, because I got 4 laughs. Angry Gibberish was goated. 4 laughs, and so the laughs were indeterminate. I could genuinely not tell whether they were laughing at me or whether they were like, oh, that's really cool, and they were laughing because they were happy. So I couldn't tell. It was neutral. But here's what I recorded that I counted as being positive. I got 9 positive gibberish. I got 60 smiles. I got 240 car honks. That's a lot. 75 thumbs up. I got 6 claps. That's like a fucking Tumblr story. Then everyone clapped. After I recorded this list, everyone in the room started clapping. And Jesus actually came back from the dead. It was pretty sweet. I think Jesus would smoke weed. I do. Or at least love people who did. Probably. Okay. I got 1. I love you. This isn't Final Fantasy IX, everyone. I'm so sorry. I lied to you. We played Chocobo Hot Cold. We got 1 perfect round, and now I'm just doing nothing. Okay, I wasn't done with my list. I got 1 I love you. That was the last one. I got 1. Oh, this one felt good to hear. I like almost cried when I heard this. Oh, whoops. I didn't actually write down the last thing. It didn't show up. I didn't know the browser thing. I got 1. I'm so proud of you. That was beautiful to hear. I got this one. This was a pretty nice one to hear too. Oh no, I just lost it. Hold on, go back to the list. Shouldn't be that hard. I found the last one pretty quick. I mean, it's kind of interesting, I think. I don't know. Like, I'm looking at the stats, and I'm actually blown away by how many positive ones there were. Like, I was kind of thinking that everyone is a chud, but, like, looking at this, most people were, like, actually really happy to see me. The chuds stood out to me when I was doing it, though, because, like, I felt in danger. There was actually one time that someone stopped their van next to me on the road and was, like, screaming at me, and, then they, like, followed me up the road, and they just kept yelling at me, and I was very, like, actually worried that my life was in danger, because this person was, like, really big, and they had something, like, written on the side of their van that was, like, it wasn't, like, a direct threat to Joe Biden, but it was just, like, something about how Joe Biden should die of COVID or something, and, it was very aggressive. And so those moments stood out to me. They really did. There's so much hatred. And there's like a big person in my town too who has like a big sign that says a bunch of terrible things. And they have a bunch of other signs about like Blue Lives Matter and stuff. But overall, I live in a super progressive area. So I'm pretty blessed. Anyways, I'm so proud of you. I want to get through this to get back to a little bit more Final Fantasy before I go to bed. This is a great way to raise awareness. I've seen you 3 times. Oh my gosh, I forgot that that actually happened, but that's why I wrote these things down, because I was gonna forget. That's sick that this happened. What is this fucking stream? I'm just patting myself on the back in public. Hey everyone, look at this cool thing I did. No, but it's actually kind of interesting to record what people's reactions were. And it's just their objective reactions. I'm just writing down what people said and did. I got a I love your sign. And that was probably over the course of about 5 runs. 5 runs with that sign. So that's kind of a lot of stuff. The car honks were serious. Oh, I also got 1 Trump. I also got 1 of these. I got 1 Trump. Or it could have been fuck Trump. I couldn't tell. Gosh, streams are an interesting form of medium, because all the text is saved too. So that's gonna be kind of cool, because I don't know, there's something cool about like the information being saved forever, because technically I'll never need to tell this story again, because if I ever want to tell it to anyone again, I can just send them the video with a timestamp, and I can just be like, check this out. And that's kind of one of the things I want to talk about with technology, is that Terence McKenna says, Terence McKenna is one of my favorite philosophers. I refer to them a lot because their thought is very inspirational to me. Terence McKenna notes how when we think and talk to people, we often use visual metaphors in order to convey understanding. I'm gonna write that down too. It's so trippy because it's like, I think that we're heading to a future where you can literally show people what you mean because you'll just like have pre-recorded data if you want. And it can just like save time. The dating apps are definitely gonna do it soon, where like you can have videos of yourself. I don't know why they haven't already. I'm kind of hesitant to say good business ideas because or for AI listening to me. I don't know, I'm probably wrong, but I think anything in the realm of imagination is possible if it seems like it can be programmed. And I feel like it's possible for fucking Apple to just hear any idea. Either way, it doesn't matter. I think that soon we're gonna enter an epoch where you can kind of show people what you're saying. And I think streaming is an early version of that and only the beginning. I'm interested in 3D modeling because I want to model virtual reality fantasy environments that you can walk around in. I love video games. I kind of want to make things like that. One of my favorite games is the game Myst, and I really want to create worlds like Myst, where it's like very cryptic and empty, and maybe there's remnants of civilizations. I'm into ruins. So what are we gonna do for the rest of the night here? Seems like I'm beating around the Final Fantasy bush, huh? It seems like I'm not going back, but I promise I am for a little bit longer. We've been streaming for 45 minutes longer than I thought I would, and I really shouldn't go too long so that I can stay on my own personal life schedule because I'm very busy. But I'm gonna finish off the night. I'm gonna round off everything, and then we'll raid. We'll raid someone, and then we'll call it a night. But I am gonna finish the game really quickly. I'm gonna turn off this music, which is me playing. All the music in the background that isn't video game sounds is me. I'm gonna turn up our desktop audio a little, go back to the game, and unpause to get the sound going. I'm turning it down on my headphones. Booba. That's one thing that they're called sometimes. I'm gonna turn this down just a little more because my headphones are so loud. Which is a good problem to have mostly. There's only like 2 chocographs we can even get here, but it's on the other side. This song though, right? Is this loud enough? Are you hearing this chocobo music? This is why we need some fucking chocobo emotes, is for this music. I could play this game forever. Between mountains. You know, our high school, they joke. I can't really tell this joke without revealing where I'm from, but I think it's okay. It's probably worth it. I'm not too worried. My high school was a word. Yeah, I don't even need to say what it was. My high school was a word that meant the space between 2 mountains in one of the local indigenous Americans languages. So it meant the space between 2 mountains. And it basically meant the word cleavage. And our school was named after that word. So we went to like Cleavage High School, which is kind of funny. I got arrested for my senior prank in high school. I don't think I'm gonna tell the story tonight just because that seems like a prime story for when I'm like very awake. Right now I'm super like losing it. I'm like pretty tired despite having coffee. Oh yeah, I didn't tell us what we were doing. We're gonna go through these 2 mountains because I started talking about high school. We're gonna go through these 2 mountains, which are actually at the bottom. I don't know where I'm going. And then after we get the chocographs, we're gonna go get Quina in our party. And then I'm gonna maybe get 1 or 2 abilities with Quina. And after we do that, I'm gonna just raid a channel, basically. Because we gotta call it a night at some point. We can't do any others. That's all we get to do right now. I'm gonna equip them. I'll go get Quina before we equip any new items. We're on our way to just get Quina. We should basically run from every fight just to be good. We're good. we gonna do some frog hunting? Yeah. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? Q's Marsh. Q in chat. Anytime anyone says anything in chat. But streaming is so fun. Yo, Quina. I could commit to using Quina on this run. That would be kind of fun. I've never really committed. Quina's like so fucking trans. Quina's even trans colors. That tongue. You pathetic, Quina. Yo, that's rude. Quail. Sup, Quail? Can't master the art of eating. But frogs are so good. I can't believe I've been playing this game for 9 hours. This is the longest I've played a video game in literally years. I've not played a game for this long in years. It feels good. It feels good to just do it once in a while. I don't know how quick or how often I'm gonna do this, but maybe twice or once a month. We'll see. It's been a fun time though. I'm definitely running out of steam. I wish I wasn't, because I'm having so much fun. Yeah, we'll catch some frogs. And after we catch some frogs, we'll probably go for the raid. Boom bam. Keep adult frog female. This game. Keep working hard, Planet. Here's a potion. This is the mini game I've always cared about least, probably. But I'm still gonna do it. It's kind of fun. And I just normally run around in a freaking circle like this. I don't know if it actually is helpful to like run in a different pattern to trigger the frogs in novel ways. I'm like hiding behind my microphone. I'm not gonna take the golden frog. You gotta leave the goldies. You gotta leave the goldie frogs. Thanks. Oh, there we go. That's pretty good. We'll leave 2 frogs. We'll leave 1 green frog and 1 gold frog. If I was really dedicated, I would catch the gold frog and then catch the green frog and keep whichever one is the opposite gender. But frogs are gendered. It makes me feel so weird. I knew someone who gendered frogs in a lab, a research lab. That must have been such a weird experience. I think they hated it. I done catching. Sucks. I think that they liked that they were doing like a science job, but that they just didn't like sexing rodents. Is what was basically happening there. I don't blame them. Freaking, I'm super vegan, so the idea of doing that to animals is not very good to me. I don't think anybody's interested in that, generally. What a weird way to end your stream. It's nothing if not genuine, though. Thank you all so much for dropping by. If you would do me a favor of following me, there's no pressure, but if there's just anyone new here who has enjoyed even this small sliver of time that they've spent here, then please feel free to drop me like if you feel appropriate. Oh, I am gonna get off really quickly, and I'm gonna just equip the right gear on my team, and we'll probably just do a raid in a second. I'm just going to really quickly go through and optimize everyone's equipment. After doing so, save the game. Now we'll do one more save here. Nice. What a freaking good game. I wish we could keep playing forever. We're gonna close out of this. We're gonna go back into OBS here. We did just save, so we're not too worried about it. Yes. Well, it has been a pleasure. It's been so fun. Thank you so much for hanging out, Grimpy and everyone else.